City celebrating. The party really is just getting started. They've had to wait a very long time.
Hello, this is the Bench Podcast with me, Ethan Cunnison, and probably below me will be Alex King. Here you go.
All right.
And then to my left, we've got George Bennett.
Right, guys, we're back again.
Yeah.
We haven't recorded a podcast recently. Just make yourself.
We did actually record a podcast on Wednesday, but YouTube decided to block it. So you got copyrighted, so I had to delete it. So we've got a new one for today. So,
anyway, move on.
Gigi.
Yeah.
So, at the day of recording yesterday, we've been now told that the Premier League is coming back for the 17th of June.
Yeah, all good news. The Holy Grail's coming back to Anfield for the first time in 30 years.
Yeah.
It's coming home.
Oh! I was like 30 minutes, an hour's drive. If you can talk about home, but whatever. But for this podcast episode, we're gonna do like a little future prediction. So we're gonna predict who's actually gonna win the league. So if we can get my shares, go on.
We know who's gonna win the league.
You never know.
It's probably more based on like European football and relegation.
So we're gonna find out who's gonna get who obviously Liverpool live in the league. So we're gonna see who's gonna get Champions League football, Europa League football, and who's gonna get relegated.
Yeah.
So if we can get my share screen to work, I've got
before the season ended. The season was quite open, other than the league title running. Because a lot of teams could have got Champions League football. Relegation was still fairly open. I mean, look, Norwich, even at the bottom, they could get back. Obviously, it takes a lot of effort, but you know.
Can you actually see the? Can you see the?
I can, yeah.
Yeah. So right here, thanks to World Football Net, we've got a virtual league table basically. So when you enter in the results, so just for example, just to show you. If you put, I'm not saying it will be this, but if you do Aston Villa 2, Sheffield United 1, it will actually edit the league table if the result actually happens. So should Aston Villa would get a few more points. So that's how we're going to do it from now on. So we're going to go through each game until the end of the season, and then we can see. Then we'll have a discussion about how long. Or like how we think the games will go.
Sounds interesting. Yeah, sounds interesting.
So, and also just to fill you in, this is obviously made before lockdown. So you'll see February. It's not February. It'll just be before whenever the Premier League starts in June.
Oh, so the dates where they would have happened.
Yeah. But just to start off with, we got Aston Villa at home and Sheffield United away. Discuss.
Well, you'd think Sheffield United would probably win that one, the way they've been playing up until lockdown. They've been brilliant all season. They've taken everyone by surprise, you'd think. Obviously, the way that they've been playing and how well they've gelled really as a team. So,
looking at this game, it's going to be a really big game because of the fact Sheffield United, this will be Sheffield United's game in hand against people above. So, potentially, if they did get 3 points, they'll be going above Man United and Wolves, respectively. And depending on how the games go, who knows, they could probably get European football, but they're definitely in the race, I'd say. But for me, Aston Villa, they do have, you see them at 18th. A win for them would get them out of relegation. So, what do you think, Kingy?
I'll probably go for I might go for a Villa win, actually. I think they might nick a win at home against Sheffield United. I don't know. I just think Sheffield United are doing well, but maybe the run of form that they're on's possibly been halted by all this. So teams might be able to just stop. Maybe took time to see what they do well and research what they do, and maybe they might be stopped to be found out a bit more. So I think Villa might just nick a 2-1 win.
Because this is the problem. Well, not the problem. It could work in people's favour. Like teams that probably had a good run of fun towards the end of let's say the end of lockdown. It doesn't really count for anything now because everyone's at a fresh start. Like a lot of teams who had injuries. Like I look at for example, Spurs with Harry Kane, Man United, one of Kingy's teams. Rashford was out injured, Pogba was out injured, supposedly. But all these players, they're back now, so everyone's got like a fresh, clean slate, should I say?
Well, isn't Kane still injured still? Because it was supposed to be missing the Euros when that was obviously going ahead as planned. But like, I'm pretty sure Kane's still out, unless he's had a miraculous recovery.
No, he's back. Mourinho said he's back.
Okay.
I must have healed up quite quick then.
Carry on talking, I'll have a look.
I remember back in the top, before, when the season was going ahead as normal, there was he's going to be fresh this season, and
he's back now.
Fair enough then.
So
Sounds like useful for Spurs.
So Spurs will be strong back in 8th, and hopefully the clubs will be strong as well. So just quickly, what do you think first start off with, who do you think will win out of them, or do you think will be a draw out of Aston Villa and Sheffield United? What do you think the scores are going to be? King said Villa win. What are you thinking, Bennett?
Okay, I'd say Sheffield United. I'd say 3-1 Sheffield United.
You think?
Yeah, I think that Villa have got good individual players. They've got obviously Grealish. They've got Toro Mings at the back. They've got a couple of good players in different positions. But Sheffield United are more of a team.
Yeah,
the squad's quite close. They're quite a tight knit group.
For me, I do think I can see Sheffield United like slightly edging this. But looking at Sheffield United, I don't think they've got enough firepower up front to score like 3 goals. So for me, I'd say 2-1. Maybe 2-1. I'm saying
3-1 because Villa's defence isn't the best. I don't think. I've said Toro Mings is a good defender, but the rest of the defence is it's a bit championship really. It's quite championship defence.
So what do you think, Kingy, between me and Bennett, which is more likely to happen, 2-1 or 3-1? And we'll go with that score.
I don't see Sheffield United scoring that many goals.
So I think 2-1. So we'll go 2-1 then.
If they didn't win, yeah, because they've got no one up front, really. So
I go 2-1 then, because it's been exact as possible.
The thing is that team is Sheffield United. They wouldn't say they're all brilliant players. They just got confidence with the promotion last week.
They've got a really good system where it just works for them, and that's why where they are today, really.
They fill up the pitch, that's all they do.
So, next game.
Sheffield United?
Yeah, they say fill up the pitch.
They
do. Liverpool.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sheffield United fans, if they're watching.
So, Man City, Arsenal.
Okay,
I think City are going to absolutely tramp Arsenal.
I mean, the last time they played each other, it's really, that seems like such a long time ago now. Obviously, when the last time they played each other, but City battered Arsenal at the Emirates. I remember De Bruyne was on a mad one.
You know what?
I think it could be the same again.
I'm just going to say it now. I can see like a 5-1 City. You know,
I don't think it'd be that much.
You know what? I could see it being that much. That's the problem.
You think so?
Yeah, I can see City like hammering Arsenal. It'd be one of those. Like for me, I'm not saying it will happen. I can see like maybe like a Liverpool losing. I'm not saying it will because obviously Liverpool. I can see like a Liverpool losing, and then City like absolutely like battering like Arsenal. Obviously, City got a game in hand with Liverpool, but yeah.
You're just hoping that we might slip up here. You are. That's your face.
If you slipped.
It won't.
Oh, well, but I can.
I admit, if it does happen, it'll be the biggest bottling ever. It won't be topped ever. But like, we'll get on to Liverpool. But anyway, City, Arsenal.
For me, I can see just battering them.
Did you say 5-1?
Yeah.
Okay. I'd say City will win 2-0.
2-0, God. Okay.
Yeah.
Kingy?
It's a routine win.
4-2, Man City.
Should be quite high scoring, wouldn't it? Okay.
I'll go Kingy.
Because City can't defend. So they got Aubameyang, so they've just scored that Arsenal will score, but City will just score more.
I'll go Kingy score because it's like a in between us two. Like Arsenal got goals. Arsenal got Aubameyang, but
exactly that's why I'll score because Otamendi's awful. So is John Stones. So
who's
back? Yeah, Laporte
is Laporte back by now? Surely he'll be back by now.
Yeah.
You can't just base your team around Laporte.
He's a good defender.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's class. I know Laporte's good, but it's all good.
He's second to Van Dijk for me.
You mad?
He is.
Thinking about, to be fair.
For quality-wise, yeah.
Yeah.
Laporte's the second best, but it doesn't matter. I still play like Otamendi at the back, so I still think like, plus their full-backs aren't that good either at City, so I think that's why.
The way they could do it, though, Laporte could be a defender, which is similar to Van Dijk, where he makes the defender around him look good, like Joe Matip, for example.
Well, it doesn't make Otamendi look good because Otamendi can't defend, George.
No, that's not.
If you can't defend, Otamendi can't defend. I've seen him so many games, he just can't defend. He's awful.
David Luiz. John Matip can't defend.
Definitely shocking. But when you got a defender like Van Dijk, you could have one defender and then you'd be fine.
Yeah, but Matip's a lot better than Otamendi. Matip's all right, but Otamendi's just a poor defender.
Mm-hmm. So,
all he's good for is shouting at players and shouting at the ref. That's all he's good. He ain't good for football-wise. Apart from maybe passing the ball, that's about it.
I've calculated the results.
Yeah.
I've calculated the results so far. We've got Liverpool with 82 points, City with 60 points, Leicester City with 53. Then you got Chelsea.
Because some of the fixtures from before it finishes doesn't really matter. I'd move on.
Well, yeah, but Sheffield United got 5th. That's the problem, and that's what would happen. So,
well, for you it would be.
They've gone up. Yeah, they've gone up 2 spaces. So,
okay, so next set of fixtures.
What's happening there? Give me a sec.
Come back.
Whoa, this is just. Give me a sec. Technical. Oh yeah, okay. So there we go. So for match day 30, this is the big ones. So do you want to start off with the Do you want to start off with the teams that don't really have anything to play for? So the middle teams.
Yeah,
the Burnleys, the Crystal Palaces, the Evertons, Newcastle maybe.
Burnley have something to play for. They're not far off.
Burnley will not get in the Champions League.
I'm not saying they will, but they're not far off points wise.
All right. Okay, let's start with them.
If Burnley
Palace
get any
are like top half.
If Burnley get any European football next season, I won't watch it.
Okay.
I'm not watching.
You wouldn't anyway.
I'm not watching rugby. It's not watching rugby.
Can you just slip in the?
To be quite honest, like everyone's got something to play for, you know. In this,
it has been quite open this season.
It's not been open this. It's not been open this season, but in the Champions League.
Other than the league title race.
Yeah.
Other than the league title race.
Go. So let's just start from the top. Bournemouth, Crystal Palace. Thoughts? Go.
I'd say draw on that one.
At Bournemouth.
It doesn't really matter though, really.
And
that's the thing. Does home form really count now?
Just to add, it's been reported today that the big games, such as the team like Liverpool, Everton, they said the game that Liverpool win the league or possibly win the league, that and some other big games will be
neutral
and policed.
One of them I've heard actually is we could win the league at Old Trafford. That is a scenario that might happen. That would be I'd cry. I'd cry honestly. How fitting that would be.
They
Get the
wouldn't
title
do
back
that.
at Old Trafford.
They wouldn't do that. Though.
Anyway,
Bennett, there's
neutral.
They wouldn't do it. They
Anyway.
would. There's 19 other stadiums. I was going to pick Old Trafford all day.
yes.
Well, they don't go too far, do they?
It would be a neutral home ground, so it wouldn't be at Old Trafford. You could win the league against Man United. We wouldn't be at Old Trafford though.
Yeah, we played Liverpool.
That's not important, really. Just it's interesting in that regard. But anyway, we'll move on.
So
Palace.
Bournemouth Palace. I can see. I can see that being a draw. You know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Kingy, draw.
Palace 1-0. Palace will beat them 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
What? Because I think Palace will beat them. I think Palace have got a slightly better team.
What we should have done is that everyone did their own league table.
Although Bournemouth are they're on the relegation zone though. That's the thing. They are fighting relegation still. So
That's why I think Palace will.
I can really see this being like a 0-0 draw.
No, it'll be a few goals.
They don't have goals.
They do.
Who does? Who can score?
Palace can score a few goals when they want. When Jordan Ayew plays, he's played all right. So
when Jordan Ayew feels like scoring a solo goal, that's when Palace.
Yeah, but I think Palace will probably get a win. I think 1-0.
Bennett?
1-1.
I'm going to have to go with 1-1, King, because...
No, I'm not bothered. It's all right. It's fine.
Yeah, he's seething. He didn't agree with him.
He just wants to play foot jabs.
What?
Does he? You can tell. He's trying to play his foot champs on FIFA.
No, don't. He's playing. It's not interrupting.
Chelsea, Aston Villa.
He wants 98 Mbappe.
Chelsea, Aston Villa, then lads.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea.
It's hard one because it's not really hard to be fair. What's the scores? What are we thinking?
2-0 Chelsea.
2-0.
Yeah, go on. I'll take
2-0. We
for Chelsea. Yeah.
Let's go over these games because we can talk into more detail towards the end. So we've got Brighton, Arsenal.
I'd say 1-0 Arsenal.
Kingy?
2-2.
You think Brighton scored two goals against Arsenal?
Yeah,
Brighton aren't a goal-scoring team.
Doesn't matter. Arsenal can't defend.
I can see a team like Brighton beating Arsenal like 1-0 or something.
I think Arsenal.
You keep predicting clean sheets for teams that can't defend. Like Man City can't defend. Arsenal can't defend. You keep predicting clean sheets. They haven't.
Yeah, but you don't. Things might have changed since like the lockdown. They might have be more defensively solid. They might have.
Oh yeah, Mikel Arteta's gonna.
Yeah. David Luiz has now become a fucking superpower.
You don't know, do you? You got to think of the mentality of some of the teams. It might be different because they're coming back from a long period out. They might not. Things might be completely different.
Wow.
It might take a few teams to get going again.
It will do that. To be quite honest, like clubs are only training from now. So
exactly, they've got 3 weeks until it starts back up again. So in a way, it's hard to predict what you get really.
And
you might be right, but
it will be a factor that of the contact players have with each other in training. Will they? Because you can only train in small groups at the moment, in groups of 5.
Yeah.
So how much into detail can you get into like doing work on certain tactics for certain teams?
If you look at the Bundesliga, I think most of the teams I've seen in the Bundesliga, to play reasonably well, not really been affected by it too much. So I think it would just be getting back into it.
But the Bundesliga is not the same as the Premier League.
It's not, well, it's still the same. Yeah, but no, but it's still the same game. Like, you know, it's played the same way. But like, that's what I think. Because you've got to remember, a lot of players in the Bundesliga are as good as some, like, your average Bundesliga players are probably as good as some of the average Premier League players.
You think?
You know what I mean? Yeah, of course they are. Because some of the
I look at.
You know.
I think, for me, like, you got the top teams, such as let's go off topic, but you got the top teams like Bayern Munich, Salzburg for me, Dortmund.
So if I find an average player, an average player from, I don't know, Bayern Munich, say
Coutinho.
No,
like Hoffenheim, for example, they're like a Palace level team. Like
you think?
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd say so.
I, to be quite honest, if I'm going to be pretty honest, I think the lower level Bundesliga player, I think some champion. I look at like a Leeds, for example. I think they could give them a game.
No.
Against like Werder Bremen and Dusseldorf. And...
Yeah. Do you think they could survive for the champion? You think they'll win the championship?
No, they wouldn't win it, but they probably wouldn't get relegated.
Yeah, I think a lot of Go on, Kingy.
It's a bit like the Premier League. It reminds me of the Premier League. You've got some very good top teams, and you've got some decent middle teams. And then you've got like you've got some teams that aren't very good. But like you get that in all leagues.
Like
so
I look at,
it's quite similar.
Like for example, if you're going to switch it, like I look at Wolves, for example. I think like a Wolves, they could. I'm not going to say they're beat Bayern Munich, but they could be up towards the top of like a Bundesliga, for example. I think a Wolves are better than Dortmund.
No, they're not. Wolves would not get in the top four in the Bundesliga. They maybe get like fifth or sixth. Yeah. Wolves are not better than Bayern Munich. They're not better than Dortmund. They're not better than Bayer Leverkusen.
I'm not saying they're better, but I think they'll give them a game.
Yeah, but over a season they wouldn't. I don't think they'd do it. They finish like fifth or sixth. They're about as good as someone like Gladbach or like Wolfsburg. That's probably Wolves' level. Maybe a little bit better than that. I'd probably say possibly that same level as Bayer Leverkusen. Possibly. But they wouldn't challenge like Leipzig or Dortmund or Bayern. No, because if you look at the players Leipzig have got, you got Werner versus Jimenez. All right, Jimenez is a good striker, but Werner's better. You've got Upamecano, better than Cody, better than Bolly. You've got Canate, you've got Sabitzer, you've got Forsberg, but they've got some good, decent players. So Kevin Campbell, they've got they've got a good squad. Leipzig, although Wolves have got a good starting 11, I think overall Leipzig are stronger, so I think Leipzig would beat them.
Okay, fair enough.
So just bear in mind, this isn't the Bundesliga chat, by the way.
But like, I'll go back on myself and I'll say, Wolves. I think teams like Dortmund and Leipzig, I don't think they get battered by them. I think they would give them a reasonable game, but I do think if you play 10 games, I'd say Dortmund and Leipzig would probably be about 7 or 8 of them.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
So Arsenal, Brighton. What are we going to say?
2-2.
I said 1-0 to Arsenal.
Well, this is the problem with this because we're not going to agree.
You got to remember, Ethan. Look who Arsenal have at the back. Okay, I admit Socrates is not half decent centre half.
Say 1-1.
Poor.
I can see it being a draw. I'm going 1-1. Meet in the middle.
All right, that's fine.
Man City, not Bournemouth. Man City, Burnley.
Where's it at?
Burnley could give City a game.
Man City.
Oh.
You honestly think that?
Well, no, it's defensive. Obviously, they're not going to attack them, are they? They'll sit back and defend.
What are they going to do?
Yeah, go on.
Ashley Barnes will not pass the halfway line. George, there'll be like 85%.
I'm not saying they'll win. Listen, you're not.
You think they'll give them a game?
Jumping to conclusions. I never said they'd win. They could get a draw.
No way.
Like a nil, not 0-0, but maybe like 1-1.
No.
I think City probably would win.
To be fair, in this situation, right, I'd rather see City beat them because Burnley they're just ruining the ruin of English football with all this negative football.
So okay. So this is okay. So you're a United fan, but you want City to win because you hate Burnley.
No, it's just like City. Like if City were a better team and played better football, City would deserve to win.
Like
It'd be funny if they lost, but like ultimately Burnley, like they just they literally go. They're like crap players on FIFA. Like they're literally just like I don't know what's it called. They'll just literally park up, oof ball, and they'll get like one chance and score. That's what how they play.
But that's what I see. Where Bennett's coming from here. Like, if Burnley can shut off City for a half, and then let's say 50 minutes, nick a goal, and then City score in the last minute, I can see that. I can see that happening, but
That can happen.
They could get a draw. They could get a draw because they have in the past, but like I don't see them getting a draw. I mean, they could do, but I just think City overall have got too many good players and they're so empowering.
For me, I can see it being like a 3-1 City.
Yeah, right. Yeah, all right. 3-1. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
I'll go 2-1. City
3-1 wins because there's 2 or 3.
3-1 then. Newcastle.
I never said they'd win. I said they'd give him a game.
Newcastle, Sheffield United.
Fucking hell! Why are you watching that game?
No one's up for that game.
I said
It'll be really interesting to see which games are going to be for free because BBC are going to have a couple of Premier League games and Sky are giving away some free games.
It'll be team Sheffield United, Newcastle, Burnley, someone like that. I might as well watch fucking rugby on ITV. That's what it will be.
I don't think ITV do rugby.
Literally, all it is, is Nick Pope kicks it up, or Dean Henderson kicks it up. The battle for an header, that's all it is. It's literally rugby. It's not even proper football. Honestly, I wouldn't watch those games. I never watch them match
He hates long ball football.
So, Newcastle, Sheffield United, quick overview, because we're on the clock here.
0-0.
0-0. Okay.
0-0.
2 teams, no idea.
Quickly go over Norwich, Southampton. I'm sure it's a relegation race, to be fair.
Southampton 2-1. 2-1 Southampton.
3-2 Southampton.
I'll say 3-1.
The thing is, those teams
2-1 Southampton.
That'll be a good game because both those teams they play football. They knock it on the ground. You know, it's not fucking.
Wait, do you think 3-1 Ethan?
Yeah. Danny Ings in on it.
Not a hat trick.
But not a hat trick. But I can see it like a Pookie scoring a goal. 3-1. Southampton definitely got goals in them. That's the thing.
I think 3-2. I think it'll be a really good game. Actually, I can see those 2 teams.
I'll meet in the middle.
See those 2.
Yeah, so I'll leave it at that then. Leicester, Watford. That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game. 2 teams that like playing football.
I can see Watford winning this year.
No.
You don't think?
I'm going to say 2-2 draw.
What do you think, Kingy?
Look where Leicester are in the league compared to Watford.
But I'm not saying because as I said before, everyone's going to be on a clean slate. Leicester were dipping down before the end of the season.
I'll go 2-0 Leicester. Leicester for me is a good team. Good football too. Good football 2-2. 2-0.
Sorry. No.
Well, what are you going for, Ethan?
2-2. I do agree with you. Here we go.
This is one Europa League decider.
You never know.
What?
We're up there for the Champions League.
Technically,
may I add? I remember an earlier podcast episode. I said Man United are in the Champions League race, and you 2 laughed at me. Now we're 3 points off.
Technically, we're in the Champions League.
Well, technically at the moment we're in the Champions League, but yeah.
Not yet. We're 6th.
No, not. We're 5th.
I'm looking at the table. Ignore me.
So, and also just to add, Man City also they're just putting their appeal for the Champions League. Champions League. So we'll see about that.
Yeah, that's an updating system.
So let Bennett say first. So Bennett, put your hatred to United aside. What do you honestly think the score will be?
Can you quiet a minute? Let me speak. I admit, I'd say United will probably win that 2-1.
I do agree. I can see, honestly.
United have been better than Tottenham this season. Table says it, but
because I think if Ollie can find a system where he can fit Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in, for me, that's scary. That's like goals.
From what I've seen of Tottenham this season, I mean, this could maybe have changed while we've been on lockdown. Maybe Mourinho's got some of the players together and maybe tried to like get a system going and like get the confidence up. But what I've seen of Tottenham this year, they've been really poor. Like they're not settled since Mourinho's come in, and I don't change. I don't know, but
and also we have had a lot of Tottenham players that have been coming out of lockdown to train in their own time.
Ndombele one, yeah.
Yeah. So even though Mourinho doesn't like Ndombele, but it's one of those. It's like maybe they've just been practicing a little bit more stuff than United. But I've been looking at some training footage of United, and we look strong, man. We do look strong, and I've heard that a lot of players have been like hitting the gym over this period of time they've had away. So I'm not saying we're going to batter Spurs, but I think I can definitely see a win.
I think we'll lose.
You think we'll lose?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't have any faith in Man United.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
For me,
back in the day.
I can see it being a 2. I do agree with you, Bennett. I can see it being.
Every single 95% of the time I'm optimistic. Nothing happens. 95% of the time I'm pessimistic. We usually win.
So you're using the method where you're going to be pessimistic and hope that you might just switch right off.
Well, yeah, because I've said results in the past. Oh, United will win, and then I end up fucking losing. So that's why I say from now on, I don't get my hopes up for any game, anything. Unless Man United win a consistent run of form like Liverpool did, or someone like that, I'm not going to have any. Because they got the Man United, when they want to be, they can be like a yo-yo. They play great, then bad. They're like that. That's what they've been like all season, apart from the last month or two before that. They've just been.
To argue, you Kingy, we have had a lot of injuries this season.
Yeah, but
and everyone's fit now.
I know, but even when at the start of the season, when we had
Barrington's 5-0.
We weren't. We played. We
had Chelsea 5-0.
Yeah.
Well,
4-0.
Yeah, 4-0. Yeah.
We went to Wolves away, drew 1-1. Then we lost to Palace at home. Then we drew to Southampton. Then we beat Leicester. Then we lost to West Ham. Then we drew to Arsenal. Then Newcastle. It's inconsistency. Inconsistent. I do think it would be really interesting to see what this team's looking like. But I hope.
I have 2-1.
I mean, hopefully we continue our good form, but I just think Spurs. I think Mourinho will look to get one back on as well. So I think I'm going to go 1-0.
Spurs are at home as well, but I do think it'll be 2-1.
I think Mourinho, he'll do what he did against City. He'll let United have the ball because he knows United are good on the counter attack. So United have the ball. United struggle to break down teams. Spurs will be dogged. They'll just play like a dirty game. Slow the game down. They'll get a chance. Someone like Son or something like that, and that'll be it. And then they'll get a goal, and then that'll be it. They'll do what United will have more shots of possession, but Spurs will just have a couple of shots and score. That's what I can see happen. So I think 1-0.
Yeah, okay. So that's 2-1. So West Ham Wolves.
West Ham Wolves. It's going to be a Wolves win.
You think so?
Yes, I don't think West Ham are strong enough. I was going to say draw, but I just don't think West Ham have got anything in the locker, sadly.
I'll go 2-1.
I'll probably say 2-0 Wolves.
2-2.
I'll go 2-1.
I'm going to go 2-2. I think West Ham will get something.
Liverpool Everton. Yeah. This would be one of the games where they do high police and it'll be in a neutral ground. Just to put that into favour. So Everton won't be at home for this game.
Like derby, wouldn't Actually,
Remember-
you two go first because obviously you're more again similar to the United one with me. Go on, you.
Like rivalry aside, obviously Liverpool are strong, but as I remember, Everton, like Liverpool will win, but I wouldn't give it a result where Liverpool absolutely hammer Everton, because for me, honestly, I don't think Liverpool have it in the locker to absolutely run over a team.
I don't know about that. Well, bearing in mind the last time we played Everton, we absolutely battered them like 5-2.
Yeah, but when I say run over a team, remember City in past league title wins where they would beat teams 7-0, 6-1. And
yeah, but the main thing is you got to be consistent. It's about how you do as long as you win games.
Oh yeah, but like, I completely agree with you, and that's why I think Liverpool win the game. But I just don't. I can't see it being a high scoring game. What I'm trying to say.
Do you know what I'm going to go? I'm going to go because Everton, whenever they play Liverpool at home, they just like to be.
The record against us is awful.
They like to be dogged, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a 0-0. Everton will just completely just
what
0-0.
0-0.
Yeah, 0-0.
You're on to it, mate. 0-0. It's Everton.
You think Liverpool are not going to score a goal?
It was 0-0 last season.
That was last season.
I can see it be a 2-0 Liverpool.
I think
Liverpool.
And what I'm going to ask you about, do you know how many games it will take Liverpool to win the league?
2. We need 2 wins.
Is that it?
Yeah, if we beat Everton, I think. Yeah, if we beat Everton now, if it's on that, I think we need 1 more win after that through our final games, and then we've done it.
So, hypothetically, Liverpool has won the league.
Of course. What do you expect? even if we lose, I think we'll have City next after Everton. If we lose them 2, we just win the next 2 after that. We've won it.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
We'll move on to that later. But
so
you're right.
So movement in the table. Man United have gone up above Sheffield United. Trying to remember. I think Bournemouth have gone down.
Bournemouth move up past West Ham. Yeah.
Yeah. West Ham are down.
Palace move up a bit. Arsenal drop down.
Everton have dropped down, and Newcastle have dropped down.
Okay, so that's so far.
Let's quickly go through Higgy's games. So Spurs, West Ham.
1-0 Spurs.
What? Is this the next match day?
Yeah. This is the next one. Yeah.
Oh, probably Spurs 2-0.
Okay.
I'll say 1-0 Spurs. They'll scrape a win. But
Burnley, Watford. God, that spells 0-0.
Where's it at?
Burnley.
1-0 Burnley.
The thing is, though, does home advantage count anymore because there's no fans?
Very true. But you can be used to your own stadium and like how the pitch feels, for example.
Burnley will just out-bully Watford and Burnley will win the game. That's what Burnley do.
What are you saying, Bennett?
It's hard to say. I'd say if I was going to 1-0 Burnley.
Okay.
They'll scrape it.
Burnley will beat.
Yeah,
really hope.
To beat Burnley, you've got to be much better. You've got to be much better than them, or you just got to physically out-battle them. That's how you beat Burnley.
Okay, 1-0 then. Chelsea City. That's a big one.
That's quite a big one. Chelsea could close the gap on Leicester and try and get there. If you look at the table there, Chelsea could close the gap on Leicester and make sure they get Champions League.
I really don't see them doing it.
Yeah, I think Chelsea will get Champions League.
I do. I think they get Champions League, yeah.
Yes, but I think it's... to be honest, I think it's more Leicester that might drop out of Champions League than Chelsea.
No, Leicester won't drop out. It's too far ahead.
Kingy, look at it clearly. One Man United win in this scene. Leicester have got Brighton, so they probably will win. But one loss, they're out.
Leicester will be all right. Leicester will be in the top 4 or top 5.
But Chelsea, City, what do you think?
City.
I'd say that might be a high-scoring game. I'd say 3-2.
3-2 who?
City.
Okay. I'll say 3-1.
So, 3-1, I'm guessing.
Yeah, me neither.
2-1 Man City.
2-1?
Yeah. What? I think it was 2-1. That's what I think.
Liverpool Palace. That's a threat.
Liverpool 4-1.
4-1?
I could say it'd be the 4-0, to be fair.
I'll go 3-0. Liverpool.
4-1.
No.
I'll go 3. I don't seem too cocky.
It's still the same difference in goals.
I know I'm joking.
Newcastle, Aston Villa.
Oh, man.
I watch it.
For me, I could say 1-0 Villa.
Something against Newcastle, because Newcastle aren't a great team at the moment.
Where's it at?
Newcastle.
Newcastle will win. 1-0.
It's hard to say, because it's a winnable game for Villa.
We do need to go on.
Yeah, but
Newcastle are a great team.
Players like Jetro Williams, Jamal Lascelles, Kieran Clark will just bully you off the ball. They'll get Matty and Shaw on staff. They'll just try and break your legs at every opportunity. And they'll just physically...
You know what, Kingy, you've actually convinced me. I can see you being 1-0 Newcastle,
They will.
I'd say 1-1.
Newcastle will just bully Aston Villa out of the game and we'll win the game. I'd say
1-1 personally.
Ethan, Sheffield United, Newcastle, Burnley, teams like that. The way they win games is physical battles. Their physicality wins in the game. It's not quality, it's physicality. If you're physical in the box, you're physical in the air, you're physical at corners, you can barge, you can use your presence, you'll score goals. That's how they win games.
Yeah, I do agree.
So Newcastle fans, I know there's some new subscribers who are actually Newcastle fans. Tell us, do you think you're a physical team?
What if you might tell us?
Right, what was that? Newcastle are a physical team. Newcastle are a physical team. They've got some big, strong players in their team.
It'll be really interesting to see once the takeover goes ahead. Will their style of play change because of the type of players they'll be able to go for?
Even St Maximin, he's like, he's quick, but he's quite physical as well. He's got strength, hasn't he? You know what I mean? Same with Jetro Williams, he's big and strong, but he's quite pacey as well. That's what I mean. They've got pace and physicality. And
I heard Willems got injured before the lockdown. I don't know whether he's going to be there or not. I can have a look.
Okay, Everton, Norwich, we could go over it.
Yeah,
Everton, Norwich.
Everton 2-0 win.
I think Norwich will beat some 1-0.
No, Everton's too strong for that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kim.
No, honestly,
Everton,
honestly, that's the type of game they slip up against or something like, they think they'd go in there with a mentality that they'll win this, the bottom of the league. But Norwich beat Leicester, so Everton they could beat. Thing is, Norwich give teams games. It's just sometimes they play too much. They play open, expansive football.
It'll be a real shame when if they get relegated this season.
Yeah, because they've got the right philosophy to play football. Quick pass movement. Looking for the showing for options. They score some good goals. You know what I mean? So it is a shame, but ultimately, if your team's lacking in numbers in defence and you're not good defensively and you play that football, if you lose the ball, some teams, like City, Liverpool, anyone that's got pace, you're going to struggle. But
they need some investment, like some Premier League quality investment, really, like players in the league.
Well,
really.
There's money's
unfortunate for them.
It's very unlikely they'll stay up. But if some miraculous reason they do need to heavily invest in some Premier League quality players.
I mean, if they do stay up, fair play to them. It'd be good because they're a good footballing side.
Yeah, it's in their hands. Not in the hands mathematically, but they can do it. But
we just have to see. Yeah.
Leicester, Brighton then. quickly go over these because
2-0 Leicester.
Kingy, agree, disagree?
Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, yeah, 2-0.
God, we agree
Okay.
on something. Man United, Sheffield
Yeah.
United. I can see it's been a high-scoring game.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
I'm
Not
going to
at all.
say 1-1 draw. 2-2 draw.
No, 0-0.
No, sorry, 1-1, 1-1 draw. No, sorry, forget 2-2.
Sadly, I can see
0-0.
it's been a draw.
No,
1-1.
I'll go 1-1.
no.
Southampton. I can see Southampton beating Arsenal. Well,
Going back to that game, Ethan, Sheffield United, no, I can see that game right now. It'd be a ball fest. But United will have all the ball. Sheffield United, they'll have
yeah.
they'll have the old Sheffield behind the ball, and then they might get a couple of
Ill
chances.
ball,
You
not
know.
football.
And you got to remember as well, Dean Anderson will not be playing that game because he's on loan.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
no,
Huh?
Thing is, Ethan,
Ooh.
you also got to remember the reason why Sheffield United this season are doing so well is because they just make themselves hard. If you make yourselves hard to beat, you'll pick up points, and that's exactly what they've done.
Tell you what,
They
you
haven't
know,
got-
What? Oh, but change your mind
maybe, yeah, if there's no Henderson.
because Henderson won't be
See,
playing.
he's been key for Sheffield United this season. I'll maybe change it to 1-0 United, maybe.
I don't see a scoring, to be honest, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you'll sneak that one.
Southampton, Arsenal. We could go for these.
Arsenal.
I'll say 1-1.
I think Arsenal beats them comfortably, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2-0 Arsenal because I do agree.
All right. I'll go 2-3 now. And the reason why I say that, the reason why I say that is actually I think Southampton will score, but I think Arsenal will just Southampton will be attacking, expansive against them, try and play it, and then if you do that against Arsenal, I know they're struggling, but with the pace they've got, they'll beat you.
So many games there. Wolves, Bournemouth.
Wolves, Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Wolves.
Yeah,
Wolves 2-1.
Wolves
2-1.
2-1. We
Wolves-
quickly go
Wolves
for
2-0.
the rest of the teams.
2-0.
Bournemouth, Newcastle. Because I think to be quite honest, I think unless we see a key game like I see here now, a Liverpool City, we can expand on that.
All right.
But the rest of the games, we've spoken a lot about other teams, so there's no need to expand on it.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
Bournemouth, Newcastle.
1-1.
Kingy?
Bournemouth, Newcastle.
1-1? I can see it being a 1-1.
I'm going to go with Newcastle 1-0.
Okay.
You know why? Physicality.
Because there we go, physicality and
pace. St Maximum against Steve Cook. That's a red card waiting to happen.
Arsenal, Norwich. I can see Norwich winning now.
Oh, whoa.
3-1 Arsenal. 3-1 Arsenal.
Whoa. Arsenal, Norwich. Yeah, Arsenal win that, actually. I think Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I agree
Villa,
with that. 3-1.
Oh, West Midlands derby.
The Birmingham derby. Birmingham. The West Midlands derby.
What do you think?
Villa Wolves.
Yeah.
2-1 Wolves.
4-1 Wolves.
4-1.
You're mad.
Lad.
Brighton United. I can see Brighton winning this, to be fair.
Yeah, because Brighton are a bogey team, so yeah.
I can see 1-0 Brighton.
I'd say 1-1. I would have said 1-1 draw, but if you're going to predict a lot.
I'm going to go 2-0 Brighton.
Palace, Burnley.
Fuck yeah.
0-0.
0-0, yeah. We're good 0-0.
Boring.
Spurs, Sheffield United. I can see Spurs slightly edging that one.
I think Sheffield is edgy.
Sheffield United.
1-0.
Yeah.
2-1. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1. Yeah, go on
2-1.
2-1.
Watford, Southampton.
Southampton 4-2.
I'll say 2-1 Southampton.
No, Kingy. What do you say, Kingy?
4-2 Southampton.
Oh, not that much. I'd say 3-1.
Watford can't defend.
City,
Actually,
Liverpool.
who Watford
This
got
will
on
be
the
a
back?
tough one.
I can see City Liverpool being like a 0-0. It's going to be so boring.
No
I'm
way.
I'd say 2-2. I think we'll beat City.
What are you thinking? Minute?
I said 2-2.
Okay.
Me, I think 3-1 Liverpool.
So that would clinch us the title then.
City.
Chelsea, West Ham.
Oh, Chelsea.
Yeah,
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0 Chelsea. I'd agree with that.
Leicester, Everton.
Ooh,
Good game,
tough
Leicester.
for that one.
I can see Everton
Leicester.
winning that, you know.
No
I don't-
way.
Everton is strong.
They're not.
They had a good run of form towards the end of lockdown. Or the end of the first part.
I'd say
The only reason why we didn't beat him because De Gea fucking took an age.
I'd go 2-1 Everton. I think I agree with you.
No.
I think they could turn up.
Why did I hype Everton up? Honestly. God. That's a good team.
Movement.
They do need it.
Wolves have gone up.
Wolves would go up to Europa League.
What?
United would be just behind Wolves. Sheffield United would be stuck on there. Arsenal climb up past Tottenham.
Newcastle, West Ham.
Oh, fucking hell, Ethan. Your name's right. Umdinger's here.
Well, it's not my
Game.
fault.
That's the league fixtures. He's not choosing this.
Fucking hell. 1-1. Ball fest.
I think
West Ham
Newcastle. I think Newcastle would scrape it 2-1.
Burnley,
Great.
Sheffield United.
Oh, for God's sake.
That'll be 0-0. That'll be 0-0 for me.
That is
0-0.
the most Brexit football game ever. Bang,
Leicester
bang,
Palace.
Bang, bang. That's all you'll say.
Yes.
Rugby.
We just need to get a result here because this is just Leicester Palace.
Leicester Palace. That'll be a good game. I think Leicester will be too strong. I want to go
2-1.
2-1. Yeah.
Man
I'd say
United, Bournemouth. 3-0.
Man United, Bournemouth.
3-0.
2-0 United.
3-0 Ethan.
Right.
I think that's the game we'll turn up.
It's very, very hard to say, but I think they'll beat Bournemouth because Bournemouth got to defend.
Norwich and Brighton, that's a 0-0.
I actually think that could be a win for Norwich.
Yeah, Norwich will win that.
1-0 win Norwich, I think. Definitely
City.
get that win.
City,
2-0
Southampton.
2-0 City.
6-3 City.
What? That'd be stupid. 6-0.
Spurs, Everton.
I can see him grinning now. I can see him grinning.
What? I think it'd be 6-3.
You laugh it.
George, Aguero versus Vestergaard.
Come on, lads. Come on, here we go.
Anyway,
Spurs, Everton.
Tottenham, Everton. I think Everton might win that. I think.
What is your obsession with Everton?
Tottenham in a poor this season.
Everton.
We got pictures of Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin in your room or something.
2-1.
1-1.
I think Ancelotti's a good manager, Kingy.
Yeah, he's
Chelsea,
a good manager, but doesn't
Watford.
mean Everton are great. Chelsea.
Yeah, 1-0 Chelsea.
I'm going for the first person that said it now. Liverpool, Villa, champions versus relegation.
3-0. 3-0. That'll get us the title. That one. 3-0.
You probably wouldn't. You put it 5-0. 5-1.
Well, no. I said 2-2 City.
5-1.
Let's go 3-0. Right.
Wolves.
That'll be a tough one.
Wolves, Arsenal. Actually, I can see it's being a draw, you know. I can see it's being like a 2-2. Molyneux.
Wolves 3-0.
I'd say 2-1. 2-1 to Wolves.
3-0 Wolves. Arsenal went there last season, Ethan, and Wolves fucking obliterated them.
A little bit of movement. Everton climbing up. They've gone past Tottenham now.
Yeah, because you think they're going to win every game. Next year, you're saying they're going to win the Champions League.
Bournemouth,
They're
Spurs.
the Champions League in my lifetime. Spurs will get a win there. I'd say 2-1.
3-1 Spurs.
Arsenal, Leicester.
3-all.
2-2 draw. 2-2 draw.
I got
Oh,
2-2.
whoa, hang on. 3-2 Leicester. Sorry, 3-2 Leicester.
Oh, you're mad.
Jordan, Ethan, Vardy versus David Luiz.
Yeah. Aubameyang
he's
versus
like,
Johnny Evans. Even though Johnny Evans.
he's got points. Kingy's got
Yeah.
points.
Evans is better than David Luiz.
Yeah, I know he is, but still.
I'd say they're about the same.
Chelsea, Palace.
That'd be an interesting game.
Chelsea will win that. 2-0. Chelsea will overcome Palace.
I see
1-0.
Palace winning.
Do you know, Ethan? We should write all these fixtures. We should write our predictions down for this and like see if we're right.
We'll see. We'll just go back to this
I'll
video.
screenshot them. Yeah, we can go back to the video.
Let's go back to the video.
Screenshot.
Reaction. We can do a reaction to this.
Here's
Yeah,
one for you. Whoever gets the most amount of predictions wins a tenner. I'll put my whole. That's fair.
Whatever.
Tenner.
Chelsea, Palace. Please quickly go
Sorry.
through these because this is taking forever.
2-1 Chelsea. Go.
Oh, dear.
Quick fire. Quick fire now. Let's get through them.
Quick fire.
1-1.
I can't see it.
One. Everton,
What game was
Southampton. Everton, Southampton 1-1.
City, Newcastle.
City
3-1.
4-0.
2-0.
3. I got 3-0. 30-0. Watford, Norwich 0-0.
1-1.
1-0, yeah, agreed.
West Ham, Burnley.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, Ethan.
0-0.
One.
Are you seriously going to watch these games, Ethan? Like West Ham,
Yeah, watch
Burnley?
all of them, aren't I?
Yeah, Festival of Football, lads. Right.
You watch Match Today. They'll open up.
Man United, Villa.
Oh,
I can see that being like a 5-0. I'm not gonna lie. I can see
All
that
right,
being a
no,
battery.
it's not
I can see
5-0.
that being a battery.
no.
I'd say
no.
2-0 United.
Yeah, I'll go with George too. That won't be a battering, Ethan. Do you know what you can't batter teams anymore?
When Wolves, Sheffield United, Wolves. I can see a draw. To be fair,
1-1.
Yeah, draw. Battle of Sheffield United versus Wolves. But Wolves, fair to Wolves. Wolves have got a physical team as well. They've got some good physical players. Physical and pace. What?
Liverpool, Brighton.
They play good
3-0.
football. Ethan, they play good football, Wolves. They've got a lot of physical players and they've got pace. So that's an ingredient, for success.
Oh, United got to Europa League, catching Chelsea off. Sheffield United look like they're down and out. So it'll be Wolves or United for battling for the Europa League.
Okay,
spot.
from now on, I just want to see win or loss now. I'll just do 1-0 for a win.
Why?
0-0 for a draw. Because they're stuck in forever, lads.
We've got a bit more quick fire.
Yeah, no, okay. Leicester, Bournemouth.
2-1 Leicester.
Leicester.
City, Brighton.
City.
3-0 City.
Liverpool, Burnley.
2-1 Liverpool.
Ooh,
4-1
2-1.
Liverpool.
I think we
United, Southampton.
1-1.
What are you on about?
1-1.
More like 2-1.
Whatever.
Southampton, no.
Should they go
Actually, I'll tell you what, I'll go with Georgia on that one. I'll go 1-0. I'll put what you're right, actually. I'll go 1-0.
Yeah. Yes, my son.
No, honestly, he's
West Ham.
right. He's right.
Come
You know,
through.
would drop points against them. They would.
West Ham, Norwich. 0-0.
West Ham 2-0.
1-0 West Ham.
Watford, Newcastle.
I'd say Watford 2-1.
Watford?
Yeah, Nigel Pearson masterclass.
Our Newcastle fans aren't going to be happy with that. What? Wolves, Everton. Everton
Wolves.
for me.
Oh, for
Draw.
God's stop saying Everton.
I'd say
What do you
draw.
think?
2-2.
Wolves. Wolves will beat them 2-0.
Sheffield United, Chelsea. I can see Sheffield United winning this one.
Draw.
1-1.
Draw.
Oh, yeah. Spurs, Arsenal. I can see that being a
Oh,
draw
no.
as well. They're both
I
crap.
could see Arsenal sneaking that.
Spurs.
2-1
Spurs.
Arsenal.
Spurs 1-0.
I'm going to side with Bennett.
Yes. Yes, lad.
Spurs are just not good at the moment. Villa, Palace.
You watched that, but you know. Villa Palace. Villa. I want to go Villa with that one. I think they'll nick it 2-1.
Me too, yeah. I
Yeah,
could
go
agree
on
with
then,
you.
yeah.
Palace.
The calculation see. No, you can't really, can you?
No change.
Bit of a change. Tottenham catch up to Everton, but yeah.
Arsenal, Liverpool. Liverpool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2-0 Liverpool.
Wolves, Burnley.
Draw.
1-1.
Chelsea, Norwich.
2-0
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
God, at the same time. Palace, United.
United.
2-1.
To who?
United.
Everton, Villa.
2-0. 2-1 Everton.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's Villa.
Leicester, Sheffield United.
Leicester all day.
Yeah, Leicester, yeah.
1-0.
Yeah, we'll take that.
City, Bournemouth.
3-1. 3-1.
Okay, that's what you want.
Spurs, Newcastle. Newcastle, Spurs. I think Newcastle will win that, you know.
I'd say 1-1. Draw.
1-1.
Yeah.
Draw.
Okay. Southampton, Brighton. Southampton for me.
Southampton 1-0.
Yeah.
West Ham, Watford.
Watford.
Bennett.
2-1 Watford.
Okay. Calculate.
Was that the last game?
No, there's 2 more games.
This next one's penultimate, right? You know, to get Europa League, they can't break past Chelsea though in the Champions League hunt. We'll look at the bottom in a minute as well.
Bournemouth, Southampton.
Oh,
I can see it being draw. 1-1.
2. Right, yeah, draw. Yeah.
I'll go for a nick a win Bournemouth.
Arsenal,
Right, well,
Villa.
You know,
Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
Newcastle, Brighton.
Yeah, Newcastle 1-0.
Chelsea, Liverpool. This game, oh my gosh. If Liverpool win, that'll shake things up.
I'd say
Liverpool.
2-1.
For me,
2-1.
okay, 2-1. Man United, West Ham.
United.
2-1 United. 2-1 United.
Norwich, Burnley.
0-0.
Norwich.
0-0.
I hope Norwich win that.
They ain't going to score past Burnley.
Sheffield United, Everton. 1-1. That spells 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1. Yeah, I agree with that. 1-1.
Spurs, Leicester.
We're agreeing a bit now. Right, okay.
Leicester for me.
Foxes will probably fox out a lovely 2-1.
Kingy.
Who's this?
Leicester,
Leicester,
Spurs.
Tottenham.
Leicester Spurs. I think I'm going to go for a draw.
Actually, you know what? I agree with you there. We'll go draw, yeah.
I think Spurs might nick something, actually.
City
Yeah.
Watford.
Fucking hell. City.
That's a cricket score.
City 7-0. The beat them 8-0.
4-0 City.
I got 5.
There's history in that game. The big
Wolves
score.
Palace.
FA Cup final.
Wolves.
Wolves 2-1.
I got 2-0 actually. I don't think I score against Wolves. I won't calculate it yet.
Yeah, you got to surprise everyone. Yeah, okay. Final day.
Final day. Arsenal Watford.
Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal.
Burnley Brighton. 0-0.
0-0.
0-0.
I think Burnley probably get relegated after us. Chelsea Wolves. That's a really big. I think Wolves can sneak that, you know.
I'd say Chelsea sneak it 1-0.
Can you?
I probably agree. I think Chelsea might nick it, yeah.
Okay. Palace Spurs.
Spurs.
1-1.
I'm going with King, yeah.
All right.
I swear Judd loves draws. He just loves draws, honestly.
Everton Bournemouth.
Everton 2-0.
Everton 2-0, yeah.
United Leicester.
I'm a closet Everton fan, everyone. I want all the Everton wins.
Clip that! Clip it now!
I'm not. These are my boys.
United Leicester.
Leicester 2-1.
I
disagree.
I can see it being 2-1 United.
Really? It's Leicester?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just don't. I think Leicester are dipping down in form.
I just want United to beat them.
Man United, Norwich. No, sorry, Man City, Norwich. Sorry.
3-0.
6-0.
City will get their revenge over Norwich.
6-0.
Newcastle, Liverpool.
2-0
Liverpool.
Sorry, 1-1. Force Service.
Actually 2-1. 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay.
They'll get a sneaky goal.
And then Sheffield United, Southampton.
So
Sheffield United, I think. 2-1.
I'm gonna have to watch all these games.
Then Aston Villa, West Ham.
Oh, Villa.
1-1.
Villa. Jack Grealish screamer last minute.
I can see Villa winning it on the final. They'll probably be relegated, but I can see Villa nick it on the final day.
95th minute.
Grealish scoring his last goal for Aston Villa.
Jack Grealish scores the winner. Jack Grealish scores the winner to take Villa out of the relegation zone by one goal.
You got to calculate the final table.
So, drum roll, please.
Here you go.
Can't even see. Third.
So, according to our positions,
top 4.
Liverpool win the league with 107 points.
The Centurions of Liverpool.
City with 85. Leicester with 68. Man United with 67. Chelsea with 67, so beat them on goal difference. Wolves 6, so they get Europa League place. Arsenal 7th. Sheffield United have gone from 5th to 8th. Everton 9th.
They're the climb up Everton, it seems.
6th to 8th. Spurs 10th. This is probably the lowest position ever. Burnley 11th.
The 90s.
12th is Newcastle. To the building for next season.
For the
then
financial takeover, yeah.
18th Southampton, 14th Crystal Palace,
15th Watford,
15th Watford, Brighton 16th, and West Ham on the final day on goal difference, missing out on relegation, with Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Norwich losing.
All go down. That's interesting. Very interesting.
Absolutely shocking.
Look at the goal difference for West Ham and Villa.
I wonder We just
Look
see
at
how
it.
close.
Madness.
just see how
Look how
close
it's
we
just
get
the
to that.
shit.
Just see how close we get to that.
So
That probably won't happen, guys. Just ignore that completely. And,
a very
Hey,
long
no,
video for today.
I don't think we'll be far off.
I don't know about that. We'll have to see.
I guess we'll see. We'll see.
Obviously, in the comments, make sure you let us know what you think the league table will end up being. Let us know maybe what players maybe that could help. That could help.
Just say who you think your top four is going to be and who you think is going to get relegated next season. That's all we want to know.
At the end of the
Sorry, this
day,
season.
at the end of the
What have
day,
they
what matters, Liverpool in any situation in the league.
Yeah, congratulations. Yeah.
I'm expecting, and also if we win the league, I'm not that kind of guy. If we win the league, I want a video on Liverpool in the league.
Okay, fair enough.
Podcast. Okay, fair play. Anyway,
Okay, guys.
You wouldn't let us do the same if Man United won the league.
I would. I would. I promise.
Okay, we'll see next season then.
Okay, so next season, Georgia, say if that's the last time Man United nicked it, you'd say, yeah, you can do a podcast on it.
Yeah, would you? Promise, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Okay, that's fine.
I'm not a bad loser.
Kiki, we still got Europa League and the FA Cup.
Yes, Europa League.
Oh yeah, we're still in the Europa League. Is that going to continue? That?
I think it will. Now the FA Cup's been carried on.
Yeah. Well, apparently the Europa League final is supposed to be end of August, apparently. So that'll be pretty good.
Start,
I mean, obviously we're through. Well, we won 5-0 in our last game, so I don't see us bottling 5-0 at home. So
we can't retain our Champions League crown, unfortunately, because we were knocked out to Atletico Madrid.
But guys,
Adrian, the legend.
Guys, I'm going to end it off here.
All right.
It's a goodbye from me.
Tell us what you think will happen and what's your predictions, and we'll
just
see how
said
it
No change.
just said that.
Yeah, I've just said that.
Okay.
Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
ya.
Goodbye.
See you guys. Peace.
Good evening, everybody. A pleasure and a privilege, as always, to be at Anfield, where we are hoping for another miracle like Istanbul. Shaqiri, in his own half, rolls it square towards Matip. Mitchell Mistake, Mane into the area. Great skill, Henderson's in the box. Henderson, save the
City celebrating. The party really is just getting started. They've had to wait